Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell.
And I'm Adriana Cotero. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
Students in the CNMI now have a chance to further their education with help from a bill in the U.S. Congress.
Also tonight, we speak with 3 students from Rhoda already reaching for higher education.
And there are lots of flights coming in and out of Saipan International Airport. We tell you why.
In sports, the big hit took a big hit, but that doesn't stop him.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Get more, do more with Docomo Pacific. Enjoy endless local calls and SMS with 30 gigabytes of data for only $59 a month. Sign up today and get a Samsung J6 smartphone free. Connect with the familia, share your moments with your primos, and celebrate the Marianas way every day. The possibilities are endless on the fastest network that gives you more. Docomo! Now available at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Some conditions apply.
Bubblegum Shrimp Company opens daily at 11 a.m. Located on Beach Road in the heart of Garapan.
Half a day to your Wami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Thursday, May 2nd, 2019.
Congressman Greg Khalili-Sablan is making strides for students with a new measure that allows those who have graduated from the Northern Marianas College to further their education in the mainland. Congressman Gregorio Khalili-Sablan has introduced to legislation a special federal tuition assistance for graduates of Northern Marianas College who would like to pursue a 4-year degree at any public university in the United States. A release from Khalili-Sablan states that the grant would cover the difference between in-state and out-of-state tuition. This bill also applies to American Samoa Community College graduates, as the Marianas and American Samoa are the only insular areas without 4-year colleges. Congressman Khalili says, quote, nationwide, non-resident college students spend an average of $14,480 more on tuition than resident students. My legislation would cover that cost for students who have graduated from NMC with a 2-year degree and want to go on with their education, end quote. Democrats in the House have released their spending plan for education in the coming fiscal year, which increases federal aid for college students to $24.9 billion. The maximum Pell Grants next year will be $6,345. The Trump administration has proposed cutting student aid.
The Marianas Young Professionals $1 Million Scholar Program is helping send more students off island to reach for higher education. 3 students in particular are on Saipan from Rhoda to announce where they will be attending college together next year.
We feel pretty nervous, but excited and scared.
Mixed emotions amongst these 3 graduating seniors of Dr. Rita Hokog-Enos Junior Senior High School in Rhoda, because next year they will be attending college far from home.
Next year, I will be attending my first year of college at Boise State.
And this was made possible through the Marianas Young Professionals $1 Million Scholar Program.
The $1 Million Scholars Program has helped us here. First off, they brought us here for Decision Day, where we would declare our school tonight. They also helped us here by helping us with the process of applying to college and granting us a few scholarships that'll really make it a lot easier on us to complete college.
And another reason this transition will be made easier for these 3 young women.
It's nice having people like surrounding you that come from the same island. It's basically like you're bringing a piece of you from your own home. Yeah. I think it's really, I really appreciate that we're actually going as a cohort.
Ready to take on this next chapter and reach for higher education.
Do you know what you want to study? Anyone know?
Yes, psychology.
Psychology, okay.
Elementary education.
Okay.
And kinesiology.
And once they receive this education, they plan to come home.
We like to come back with more knowledge so that we can help our islands grow.
Helping the islands grow, this is something these students hold near and dear to their heart and plan to achieve.
We come from Rhoda and we do lack a lot of occupations that we really need, and we just want to help out so that way we can give back to our community.
And this has been the goal and driving force behind the $1 Million Scholars Program. Principal of Rhoda's High School, Tanya King, says she has been on the island for the past 28 years and has seen the lack of support system and financial means prior to this program.
Has been heartbreaking, but it was serendipitous that I bumped into Mr. G maybe about a month ago in the parking lot, and everything synchronized beautifully. And he came over and did a presentation, and with the wink of an eye, he came, presented to the students, and they declared that they wanted to go to Boise State. Were provided with very nice scholarships, and not only that, but another obstacle has been that they don't have the money to go there.
Principal King also highlights on the emotional support provided through the concept of college cohorts.
Coming from an island where family is integral, this will provide them with the support network by having one another. Will be very, very beneficial. And knowing these girls, these are the creme de la creme, they will, and very service-oriented. I know that once after they receive their experience, that they will come home and they will serve their island community.
Of the 55 students graduating in Rhoda, roughly 10 will attend college in the fall.
We are all first-generation college students in our family, and college seemed like a dream. Okay, it was unaffordable, and it didn't seem possible to attain. But when we heard of MDS, everything seemed to be a lot clearer. There's a lot of help from the cohort and the program, and completing college seems really, really possible right now. We're looking forward to representing our island and our Commonwealth when we get out. We want to share our culture, our experiences, everything, and bring it all back, what we learned from them.
Congratulations. The islands are proud of you. Reporting for KSPN2 News, I'm Adriana Cotero. For Japan's Golden Week, which is taking place right now, Skymark Airlines provided more Japanese travelers the chance to visit our islands. As the company chartered 4 flights from April 27th to the 30th, the Marianas Visitors Authority Acting Managing Director Judy Torres says it's exciting to have a Japanese flag carrier back in the Marianas during Golden Week, one of the biggest holiday travel periods in Japan. Quote, Japan's new emperor has ascended to the throne this week, and the Marianas warmly welcomes our Japanese visitors and is looking forward to a new era of tourism friendship with Japan under Emperor Naruhito, end quote. According to MVA, nearly 600 passengers arrived on these daily flights.
And Adriana, and speaking of providing more airline travel to passengers, Star Marianas Air will be doing just that this weekend for the Tinian San Jose Fiesta. Star Marianas Air is providing extended flights on Friday through Sunday. The last flight from Saipan to Tinian will be at 9 p.m., and the last flight leaving Tinian to Saipan will be at 9:30 p.m. The Tinian San Jose Fiesta will be held May 2nd through the 5th. This is all in celebration of Tinian's patron, Saint San Jose the Worker. The theme this year is Rebuilding, Reviving, Restoring San Jose, where there will be live entertainment, food for sale, and arts and crafts. The soft opening is tonight at the Fiesta grounds, but the official ceremony will be held tomorrow, May 3rd at 7 p.m. The fiesta will continue on Saturday from 10 a.m. to midnight and on Sunday from 8 a.m. to noon. Visitors can also get a taste of Tinian, as there will be 18 concession booths offering local dishes, chasers, and refreshing drinks. And for the kiddos, there will be a kiddie corner offering kid-friendly games. Also an option for travel to Tinian is the MV Super Emerald Ferry, which will depart Charles Dock in Saipan on Friday, May 3rd at 9 a.m. and will return the same day at 9 p.m. For more information, contact the Tinian Mayor's Office at 670-433-1800.
So Ashley, you plan to be on Tinian for the fiesta, correct?
I am. There's a lot of stuff going on this weekend in Tinian, and I'm going to be there to try to cover it all if I can.
So stay with KSPN2.
Absolutely.
Coming up, we recognize those in the community who serve to protect the public.
Stay tuned.
Get your daily serving of 4G LTE data with iTNE's daily prepaid plans. Choose from the best priced plans in the Marianas. Get 1 gigabyte of data for $2.50 a day or choose a $1.50 or $2 plan. Need more data? Top up. Get 100 megabytes for $1 or 1 gigabyte for $10. Visit any iTNE store or call us to learn more and ask about our prepaid loyalty plan. iTNE. Explore your world.
Mental health, what is it?
So, what is it? What is it?
It is my feelings.
It is my emotions.
It's what's in my head.
It is being able to realize his or her own potential.
It's coping with normal stresses in life.
Half of adult mental illness begins before the age of 14. Over 40% of children ages 13 to 17 experience behavioral problems even before they reach the 7th grade. Suicide is also the third leading cause of death among youth ages 15 to 24. These numbers are not easy to absorb, which is why we want to remind the community that the emotional well-being of a child is just as important as their physical health.
The Community Guidance Center Systems of Care under the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation offers an array of services and support for children and youth ages 5 to 21. One of the most important ways parents can help is to listen to their children and to take their feelings seriously. They may want change, they may want a hug, or they may want to seek professional help. So take the time to talk to your children and understand how they feel, because
children's mental health matters.
You deserve more. I know it's been hard. Come on, let's go for a ride.
Welcome to Dow Rent to Own.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now this feels like home.
Dial Rent to Own.
Making lives better since 1987.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News.
This month we give a special recognition to those who protect and serve our community, as the month of May is proclaimed as Public Safety Awareness Month. The Public Safety Awareness Month has kicked off with the signing of several proclamations by Governor Ralph Torres, all to give recognition to the different departments in the CNMI and the services they provide for us in public safety.
It's a month for us to do our campaign towards the public, as far as the do's and don'ts, safety stuff that we need to put out there. In the same token, also recognize our officers for the hard work that they've been through this last year, most especially with Typhoon U2. So it is a big thing to recognize. For my part, it's a big thing to recognize our officers for the hard work. You know, the officers are people too.
But it's not just the DPS officers this month is recognizing. It's along with all the other enforcement agencies that play a part in keeping our community safe.
One of it is thanking the correction officers for their job. And, you know, and it's true what the proclamation said, that a lot of times we forget about the correction officers. You know, they're in there with the inmates, they're out from the visual, seeing the enforcement agency, but their job is pretty tough. You know, you deal with inmates day in, day out, and some of them are there for life. So some of them, but at the end of the day, when we don't have any escapees and the inmates that do go out and help out in the community, whether it's cleaning the road or helping remodel some of the government facilities, our ultimate goal is to get them back to the community and contribute when they leave.
Even taking it out to the water.
Boating safety, how important it is to our life vest or life jacket. And I encourage, especially for children. You know, a lot of times I think boating is perhaps one of the most ignored activity in terms of making sure that you use protection, and life jacket is definitely really critical. Especially our waters out here. A lot of times we don't recognize or realize the strength of our currents. We have 18 drowning last year, 6 of them resulted in death. And so, you know, it is important.
The theme this year for Public Safety Awareness Month is Super U2 Heroes, pointing out all the hard work the agencies put in during Super Typhoon U2.
That reflects all the hard work and the dedication they put out during Typhoon U2. And this is not, I'm not just saying Department of Public Safety. Keep in mind that during U2, we had a combination for all the law enforcement combining to one force. And that's when you hear the force multiplier when it comes to law enforcement, is because we took corrections, parole, everybody and their mother was with us during the whole duration. So every place you see a mixture of different kinds of law enforcement, including the feds.
Today's proclamation is important across the enforcement agencies, and I want to just thank them for all the hard work that they've done.
Tomorrow, the Marianas March Against Cancer event begins in the evening, and during this event, there will be a road closure to be aware of. Starting at 5 p.m., traffic heading northbound leaving the airport will be blocked off. From the four-way intersection, only southbound traffic that is heading to the airport will be allowed. As you can see on this map, this will make that road a one-way. To exit the airport, you will be directed to exit left and head down Ascono. In Guam news now, the Supreme Court Chief Justice gives her last State of the Judiciary address. KUAM reports.
Hafide Sinamai, here's what's making news on Guam. Supreme Court Chief Justice Catherine Merriman delivered the last State of the Judiciary address of her term yesterday. She offered highlights of the court system over the past year and once again called on senators to provide the funding for an additional judge. Nestor Lecanto reports.
Justice Merriman says the state of the judiciary is persevering and purposeful. She outlined some of the accomplishments and new projects that were implemented in the past term, such as the electronic monitoring program for pretrial defendants. She says the devices will translate into significant cost savings without compromising public safety.
We are confident that this system is the best use of resources to help our pretrial efforts. It will give our judicial officers a tool to ensure people on pretrial release come back to court and meet the requirements set in preliminary hearings.
Justice Merriman also mentioned a program she says is near and dear to her heart, the Volunteer Ad Litem program.
I can tell you firsthand what an impact a guardian ad litem can have in helping the justice system. Support and protect the children who come before us. This program will seek vetted volunteers from all career fields to serve as advocates for children in the justice system, to include those abused, neglected, and even abandoned here in our island.
But Merriman also says the court continues to face a daunting caseload, and once again she urged the legislature to find the money for an 8th judge.
I know that this is a priority for many of you in this room, and that you understand how critical it is for us to gain further judicial officer support. An additional judge will tackle our complex caseload and help eliminate backlogs. I thank Governor Leon Guerrero for her concurrence with our determination that an additional judge is necessary, and I look forward to the transmittal of her nomination and ask that the legislature act upon it in short order.
Merriman's 3-year term as Chief Justice ends in December. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Leconto.
For more Guam news, you can check out KUAM.com. Reporting for KSPN2 News, I'm Carmen Victoria Turlahi.
Bob's Super Sports is next. With the Saipan Baseball League now open, we take it back to a time when the league first began after the break. Stay tuned.
Get a load of this! Here's your chance to win cold hard cash with Docomo Pacific's prepaid giveaway. For a limited time only, get a chance to win cash and cool Docomo Pacific gear every time you load $5 worth of Docomo Pacific prepaid. Every Friday, we'll reward 5 winners with $50 and 1 grand prize of $250 to 1 lucky person. Every $5 worth of prepaid load gets you an automatic entry. Load more and get more chances to win with Docomo Pacific's prepaid giveaway. Docomo Pacific. Better together. Some conditions apply.
You know the rules. Eggs and sausage, hotcakes and butter. Morning fare, right? Well, McDonald's has thrown away those rules and opened a new world of possibilities. Now you're free to start enjoying the breakfast you love anytime you wish. No way. Yes way. Introducing McDonald's new all-day breakfast menu. Once you changed how you ate breakfast. It's time to start changing when.
Visit American Memorial Park, one of Saipan's leading visitor attractions. Open 7 days a week from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The visitor center is located in Garapan, just a short walk from most hotels. This U.S. National Park honors the American and Marianas people who lost their lives in World War II during the Marianas Campaign. Entrance is free. Take time to view the main film, to learn about the Battle of Saipan, and walk through the extensive and fascinating museum exhibits. Don't forget to stop by the museum gift shop, which offers unique and exclusive merchandise. All proceeds are donated to the park's education program. Come discover the American Memorial Park.
Summer is here. Have some fun at Marianas Trekking inside the Mariana Resort. Feel the speed at the Seaside Circuit. Trek to the rugged Forbidden Island. Ride a buggy or ATV on our off-road adventure. Go stand-up paddleboarding. Whack balls at the driving range. Or pitch or putt on the short course. It's all at Saipan's premier and homegrown adventure company, Marianas Trekking. Book online at marianastrekking.com or come see us inside the Mariana Resort.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans, with the announcement of the SBL coming back this season, we decided to throw it back to 2013 when they decided to change the name of the Saipan Baseball League. Here is that championship game.
Say hello to Game 4, the SBL Finals. Bottom of the 4th inning, Brewers up 8-3. Fielders had 2 on, but Marvin Nescabe lines out to Noki Sarlu for a twin killing. Brewers up 2-1 in this best-of-5 series. Tom Camacho gets Jordan Pangolin to hit into a 4-3-6 double play to end the 5th. Top of the 6th inning, Clifton Salil with the fly to shallow center. Polan Masaharu comes in and makes the sliding grab. Bottom of the 6th, Brewers replace Camacho on the hill with Vince Cepeda, and the fastballer retires the side. 1, 2, 3. And the sun was setting on the fielder's chances. Top of the 7th, an errant pickoff attempt at first allows Mike Pangolina to trot home. 9-3, Brew Crew. Meanwhile, fielders' bats were standing still. Juan E. Guel puts the bat on the ball, the hit to right. Salil thinks he can score. The throw from Jonah Villagomez to Zach Flores on the money, and Clifton is down and out. Bottom of the 7th, Pangolinan scores to make it 9-4. Top of the 8th, June Rabalaman with a fly to center. Polan dives. He comes up empty. Go ahead, give June a 2-bagger. Sarlu comes through. A shot through the left side of the infield. Marvin Kaipat scores. Salil, a blast to right, and that's over Villagomez's glove. Give Clifton 2 RBIs for that, and at least a double, but Cliff wants more. He tries for third, and for the second time in this game, he gets thrown out. Yes, you can call Salil down and out. Bottom of the 9th, Jared Sablon relieves Cepeda. A bases-loaded walk to Jordan Pangolina makes it 12-5. And then that was it, the final. Brewers take the 2013 SBL Championship 3-1.
3 down. And your 2013 champ. Brewers, final score, 12-5.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Kelvin the Big Hit video is not giving up. Instead of hanging it up, it's full speed ahead for this heavyweight MMA fighter.
Rise and grind. That's the theme for Kelvin, the Big Hit video.
All right, while everybody else is eating bacon and eating eggs, Jerry's doing this.
All 500 wrecking crew.
Kelvin, you used to be a big party guy and stay out late and everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes you come home at 5 o'clock in the morning. Now,
that has changed.
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
Man, it's just rise and grind. You wake up in the morning and you do what you have to do, you know, and stay healthy, and you know, just once you work out, your day will start.
Kel's got a new body, a new attitude, and a new team.
Well, we all have something in common, and we want to change. We want a change in our life, a healthy change, and we came together and we have a good time. We motivate each other, and we do that every day.
When Fidial fought Australian Ben Sassoli in Melbourne, he was in the best shape of his life, and it showed. Fidial appeared superior physically, but when he stepped in, he left his chin open, and Sassoli delivered a knockout punch.
Looking back, any thoughts about that?
Yeah, I know he was a left-hander, but I thought, you know, he's already, but the crowd was on his side, so it's really awkward. But, you know, he did it, you know.
You came out with a plan, and it was to strike. It was to be very aggressive.
Yeah.
And it was working. And then what happened?
I just need to pull back. But now I'm back to the drawing board, and you know, got to start up again.
It appeared Fidial did have an advantage, but instead he came there to box.
And it looked like the reason you lost is he outboxed you.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like in terms of mixed martial arts, you had him.
Yeah.
And then you wanted to box.
Sean Manglonia from Rhoda has been added to the Big Hits team, which now looks ahead.
It connected us with Guam, and you saw that I walked out with Guam with Steel Athletics, you know, and then they were there cornering with us for
JJ Ambrose was in your corner.
So you know, after that, we spoke with Rocky Martinez and Mark Mendiola with the Purebred team, and it's great because we also have Sean Manglonia in our team, and now he's gonna connect us with Rocky and Patatuju in Japan.
So yeah, the plan is
I'm working out some things with Japan, trying to get promoters out for Pat. And also, Kelvin will be going to Guam with the family to meet up with Roki, to train with Roki and try and bond together to get a higher ups on his career. Moving on, Pat is already organizing a promoter in Japan for Kelvin to come down, train and fight MMA, and then moving up step by step.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
And here is your weather report. We got an 86 high, a 92 heat index, 78 low, 79% humidity. Today, partly cloudy, and tomorrow, mostly sunny. East winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. High 89, low 77, seas 4 to 6 feet. Sunrise 5:53 a.m. and sunset at 6:34 p.m.
A beautiful sunset, of course.
Always
to look forward to.
Yeah, the colors have been beautiful during the sunsets in the skies lately.
And you have something to look forward to this weekend,
I
going to
do.
Tinian.
Yeah, I'm so excited. This will be my first time actually staying the night there, so.
Oh, wow.
It'll be nice to check that out,
So,
yeah.
And I know that the past few times you've gone, you haven't made it to Taga Beach yet,
No, I
which
have
is one of
to.
my favorite beaches on
Yeah.
the island. So you have to jump off the cliff. You have to. It's a
absolutely.
staple.
Yeah. Put it on my calendar for sure. Check that out. Check out the fiesta. Sounds like it's going to be a very eventful weekend for sure.
Definitely. Well, thank you all for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.
Have a great night.